We're live from Chevy Chase.
We'll turn on all the lights and lock all the doors because it's time for an extra spooky talk of the town.
Today we're joined by Jamie Stidham and Beth Lawson of the Paranormal Researchers of the Bluegrass. And they are here this morning to help us celebrate Friday the 13th, of course, and to talk about a little ghost hunting. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. And so talk to us about your society and what you all do.
We go into different locations, whether we pay for them or we can go into home locations, and we will find evidence of the paranormal. And we love to educate people about the paranormal.
Okay.
So basically you're Ghostbusters. Do you come in?
Yeah.
You're not getting rid of the ghosts, but you're going to see if there's spirits there?
Yes.
Okay.
And we know people, we have connections to people that could help cross them over if that's what the people want.
Wow.
Do some people want to keep their ghosts or their spirits?
Well, if they're not
Yes.
bothering anything, then sometimes it's family members. So you don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
this is so
interesting.
fascinating
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
And you all have so much equipment that helps you go through this process. Talk about what you have today and take us through these little pieces of equipment.
Yeah, so most of this is just some of your standard stuff. Like this is a body cam.
Oh, this is standard.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I mean,
All right.
you know, it picks up like a regular camera. Audio recorder, we use this to pick up disembodied voices, things that, you know, that are said that you can't hear like to your own ear. This will pick it up.
Oh,
You can hear it in the
so
background.
like if you're just trying to listen, you don't hear anything, but this piece of equipment will
We'll pick
play something, like
It
when
will
you'll turn it
record.
on?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll record.
It'll actually pick up EVPs as well, as what we call those electronic voice phenomena. Stuff
Okay.
that we don't hear. Disembodied voices are usually heard, but we can catch both on those.
Are they saying like, hi, how are you doing?
Sometimes.
Or are they saying boo?
Sometimes.
Like, what's the language?
Some are angry, some are friendly, some
Oh.
like us to be there to communicate.
Some
It just
will
depends.
cuss you out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get out when you hear the cussing?
No.
Usually you don't hear it.
Yeah, because my
Until you go
husband
back
gets
and
out when I
record
cuss.
Smart
He runs
man.
for his life.
Smart man. But yeah, we have, like, this is a spirit box. So basically, if you ever watched any paranormal shows or anything, it throws a static noise, like ch-ch-ch-ch-ch-ch, and it runs through the radio frequencies.
Okay.
And picks up on different word plays.
This is so fascinating.
Yes. Yeah.
This is a motion sensor.
Okay.
So we'll set this up somewhere, and then I will turn it on, and if it picks up on something,
It makes that noise?
it makes this noise.
So it's picking up on something right now?
Well, that was just turning it on, but yes.
Oh, okay.
But if
okay.
something passes over it, it will play.
It plays that too. It's very appropriate music, by the way.
Yes.
We're
I love
going
that.
through the building with this later on. So
Yes.
after the show.
Talk to, what is this little gadget? I've seen this before.
This is a K2 EMF meter. It picks up electromagnetic fields.
Okay.
So like you can take this around. I mean, you can see that it lights up. Now, if it's around electronics and wires, it will pick up on it, but we'll take these through different locations and check out the EMF energies and stuff to see if they already have like wires and stuff that would cause any kind of, I don't know, electronic issues with our equipment.
Right, interference.
Yes.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
yeah, yeah.
gotcha.
So how did you get started in this line of work? This is very interesting.
I actually got started, I've always had paranormal experiences my whole life, and I used to be scared. I used to be super scared of the dark, everything, and as I've gotten older, I had started doing like public investigations, and I was like, oh my gosh, the more comfortable I get, the easier it is. And I started picking up on evidence, getting pictures and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck with this, like I'm addicted.
Yeah.
And then I started doing private investigations, getting friends, and we just all get addicted to it, and we
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
We just absolutely love it, and we love educating
So the
people.
more you do it, the less scared you
Yes,
are?
yes.
Okay.
And
Sure.
so that's why we like to educate people, because yes, it's scary when you don't know what it is.
Right.
And so the more comfortable you get, the better it is. And most of the time it's family or something.
Right.
Or
Okay.
somebody you know.
Okay.
Or like if you go in other locations, there's usually a reason behind that haunting, and usually they need help. Or they're trying to communicate and they just don't know how.
Right.
I mean, just hearing a voice, how else are they going to communicate besides doing something that may be scary to us?
Right, because it's supernatural.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jamie, how did you get started?
So I am from Eastern Kentucky, and both of my grandmothers would see and tell stories about things that they've seen and things like that. And then, I don't know, 6 years ago, one of the guys I work with was part of a paranormal crew here in Lexington, and they were doing some filming. And he knew that I fairly well with electronics. He's like, hey, why don't you swing by and if we need some help or something? And so they needed help that night on some stuff, and the founder of their group was like, hey, why don't you just be a part of the team? So,
Yeah.
Wow.
so
That's neat.
Now, this
coincidence.
might seem like a strange question, but do you think spirits are drawn to some people more than others? Because thankfully, and knock on wood, I don't ever want to see an experience like this in my life. I've not encountered any. So you guys have. So do you feel like you're more approachable?
Oh, yes. So certain people have sensitive abilities. And some people are more open to the paranormal and can feel things, can see things, like mediums and stuff like that. They're like a beacon to these spirits. So they go to those because they know that they can communicate with those people. So yes. And everywhere we go, we always have activity because we have several sensitives on our group, including
Gotcha.
myself.
Yeah.
I am not one of those.
You're not as sensitive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
don't worry. Men usually aren't.
Yeah,
more
men
sensitive.
usually
They're
aren't
very
very
sensitive.
sensitive.
It's usually the women.
So what are some of the scariest or most active places that you've been?
One of them is actually here in Kentucky. It's in eastern Kentucky in Van Leer, over by Paintsville. It's the Coal Miners Museum.
Oh, really?
And it's,
Lots of spirits there?
oh, it's crazy.
Really?
It's insane.
As soon as you walked in the building, you could hear things of going on, and then as the night just kept going and going, I got scolded by one of our other team members because they thought me and the guy that was there from the coal miners were talking, but it was something coming from behind us in the corner of the room, and it was pretty funny though.
Yeah, we looked across the room and
Yeah.
we were just like, stop talking. We're trying to catch stuff, and it wasn't them.
Oh, wow.
Now, do you think that hauntings or spirits come on certain holidays more than others, like Halloween or Friday the
October the
13th?
13th.
Yeah. Have you seen any correlation, or is that just all superstition, you think?
Honestly, in my opinion, where we have so much activity all the time, I haven't noticed a difference, but some people probably will, especially if they're in a haunted location all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's said that the veil is thinner around Halloween, so
Okay.
maybe.
All right.
But honestly, I've not been in a location for longer periods of time to be able to tell that. I would love to. Just
Yeah.
like the 28 Days Haunted, I would love to be there for a long period of time to be able to tell.
So if people are interested in joining your group, how do they go about doing that? Do you accept new members?
Right now, we do not. We're pretty full, but we always, on our website, on Facebook and stuff, we always put out locations where we want people to come and join if we haven't filled the spots.
Okay.
So,
Great. So if you're into that kind of thing, if you like to get your spook on and just, face your fear about this kind of stuff, check out Paranormal Researchers of the Bluegrass. Their information is up on the screen.